but it's not perfect for everyone. So to give everyone as much experience, as much choice, as much information as possible is vital in this day and age.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Really looking forward to catching up, and very much catching up with Neil Jeffrey from the Oxford Academy. Neil, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Yes, it is morning out there.
Yeah, just checking, everyone. Just checking. We're on this morning. We're chatting all things work experience, and I want to find out a little bit more about the human library as well, and that kind of comes into what you do and what have you. But let's just go back a little way to what we were just chatting about just during the song there, and talking about work experience, because it's certainly going to be sort of heading into that sort of realm in the next couple of months where students are going to be asked to find some work experience or get work experience or go out into the wide world and do something very, very different. I know, in fact, Trev's daughter, Rose, is on work experience last week and this week as well. So it's going to be very, very front of mind for a lot of people. And work experience, it can be a tough kind of thing to find or do or kind of have that perfect opportunity now.
Oh yeah, it's over the last few years, I think it's become more difficult to find work experience. And we have, well, part of my job now at school, I used to be a teacher, but now I'm retired from that and I do careers. And part of my job is to help 280 students find a work experience place for the 14th to the 18th of July. And some of them are doing a brilliant job of finding it, but some of them are finding it tricky. And I'm just trying to sort of do whatever I can to sort of find places for them and show them what the world of work is like.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a very special week because on one hand, it can be the spark to an amazing future. If you're in somewhere that kind of gives you that place and you know, your eyes wide open, you're like, wow, this is amazing. Now, our experiences of work experience going back a few years was like, my dad got me to work in a magazine for RS Components, literally not owned by myself, unfortunately, but RS Components up in Corby, the beautiful Corby. And after 3 days, I'd done what I could do. And I remember saying to the guy who's looking after me, I went, is that what you do? And he was like, yeah. And I went, I couldn't do this, like, day in, day out. And you were the same, Neil. You had a bit of a strange work experience place.
Yeah, I did mine 40 years ago, and I went to a grammar school in West Kent, and they told you where you were going, and they decided that I was going to go and work in a big factory for a big company that made water filters. And after 2 weeks there, I decided I wanted to be a teacher. I did not want to work in a factory that made water filters.
But interestingly, though, and to kind of put a positive spin on that, actually, we probably discovered what we wanted to do more than what we didn't want to do, just from the experience of going, I don't know if this is for me. You know, some people that sounds like heaven, and doing a magazine, that's the best thing I could do. Working in water filters, that's a brilliant thing. But actually, you kind of veer into that line. So having opportunities for as many as a variety of things, and kind of putting the right students in the right work experience kind of helps everyone, really.
Oh yeah, I'm always one to say everyone will have different interests, everyone will have different skills and aptitudes, and you can't please everyone with just one size fits all thing. So we are lucky that we've got some students who are going into sort of service sector and doing things like hair, catering, retail. We've got some who are going into manufacturing, some who are going into working with family in the construction industry and things like that. And I'm just trying to build up a bank of employers who would say, yes, we will take someone on, and then I will offer them. I will see what we've got, and I will offer the places to students, and I will offer the places to students who have a genuine interest in doing these things. I'm not really interested in just filling their time for 5 days. We've got to sort of find something that piques their interest and makes them want to make a move ready for the future.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'm sure we'll get some details just at the end of the conversation, Neil, about if people are interested in that, of course. But I'm intrigued by the human library as well. I kind of deliberately didn't want to kind of step on toes and what have you. I wanted to let you elaborate on the human library. A great name.
Yeah, well, while we are sending 280 students out into the wilds of Oxford to do work experience, we run an activities week, which is actually 3 days for our younger students. And we've got some year 7s who are going off to do a residential, but our year 8s and 9s, so that's 13, 14-year-olds, we are doing different days for them. And one of the days that each of them will be doing is a careers day. And as part of that, we want to give them the chance to meet employers on their turf, as you could say, and to sort of ask the employers questions, find out about what the employer does, and to sort of say, you know, what do you do? What does your job involve? What qualifications do I need? And probably how much do you earn? Because I know what I was like at that age. So we're trying to build up a selection of employers who are willing to come in for 1 hour over the 3 days, any number of hours over the 3 days, to give as broad an experience to our students as possible.
I'm going back to, and I'll use me as an experience and what have you. Going through school, at that sort of age, it was kind of bumbling along. I was going through, I was kind of, interested in bits and bobs, good at other things. Oh, yep, sport, I'll definitely be there. Science, sorry, I'm ill again. All that kind of stuff. And then life, no surprise to you there, Neil. Life is suddenly then, you've got your A-levels and what have you. And then you're kind of like, whoa, real world. It literally goes bang. It's literally that day when you almost like when you open that envelope and go, cool, got my A-levels. You're like, right, real world. Work, university, perhaps, college, perhaps, apprentices. Suddenly it's there. Having those kind of conversations before that, having those experiences, having a little bit of knowledge as to where you might want to go for that day will help students out tenfold.
Oh yeah, I know as much information as possible is vital, because I didn't get much information because I had a very traditional education, and I was, you've passed your 11 plus, you will do A-levels, and you've got your A-levels, okay, you're going to go to university. And it did me no harm whatsoever. And there are some students who that would be perfect for, but it's not perfect for everyone. So to give everyone as much experience, as much choice, as much information as possible is vital in this day and age.
It absolutely is. And Neil, if people are sort of listening to this and rewatching the sort of videos and what have you, where can people sort of find out and sort of get involved, or potentially have a conversation with your good self to join the Human Library for those 3 days, or indeed offer some work experience places out?
Well, I'm very pleased that we got a new phone system now, and I've got my own dedicated hotline.
Oh,
which I'm
get you.
pleased about. I know. Unfortunately, it's also linked to my mobile phone, so when I'm out and about, my phone will ring. But it's absolutely no problem. My telephone number is 01865, and he just checks his phone here to make sure he's giving the right number, 783243. And has he given the right one? Yes, he has, blimey. And otherwise, people can contact me via emails. That's Neil, neil.jeffrey, JEFFERY, at theoxfordacademy.org.
Yeah, and I'm sure the website and what have you, the Oxford Academy, will have bits and bobs on there as well, and more information.
Loads of people know what I'm doing, and send inquiries, emails through to me, and that sort of thing.
Brilliant stuff. Neil, it's been great to catch up with you and giving a little bit of an insight onto something very, very topical just at the moment, with lots of people being sort of spread out across the county in various different work experience locations. And fingers crossed we have as much breadth that we can get for the Oxford Academy and send the students to exactly the right places. Thanks for joining us, Neil. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, my friend. Bye-bye.
Lovely stuff. Neil Jeffrey there from the Oxford Academy, just helping students just get a little bit of a leg up with their potential work experience places and that human library, which sounds absolutely wonderful as well.